Okay, we'll start tonight's session. Um, can everybody hear me and see my MT4 screen? I've got you on mute, so you'll just have to type in. Great. Excellent. Okay. All right. Now, Peter's given me a question just to go and follow up on last week's Pound Aussie. Okay. He asked me a question in the last, I think, 3 or 4 minutes of the webinar about the hour time frame. Okay. So it was back on the 27th. Okay, so the 27th. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, just make sure that I'm recording it. Yep. Okay, so which is this blue vertical line here. Okay, you can see when I go to the bottom, it says the bottom center of my screen. It says the 27th of the 8th, 2018, and 04, which is broker time. Yeah. Anyway, so Peter's question was with regards to this vertical line and its potential target. Now, I'm just going to go back and change it to the screen of the webinar. So can everybody see the screen of the webinar? Or what chart do you see? Okay, yes, but does the chart say webinar 27th at 8th August 2018? No, okay, I'll just do new share desktop. Okay, so just the recording that's up on a website you're seeing now. Okay, it's not the live chart, and you'll see as I run my mouse there, it says this webinar 27th August 2018, born to live free. Can you see that now? Okay, excellent, excellent. Now what I want to do is I want to play that webinar, okay, because this is the stage where, whoops, at this stage of the webinar, you can see there's 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go, okay? Okay, so the webinar might finish before I can go and show this. Okay, so over here, you can see the price is moving up towards the trend line and the balance line. So it's going to find some resistance. It may go sideways and move up. Okay, so once again, price could bounce back, push up to go down. All right, but that's it. It's 1 for 1 on the standard. Whoops.
Okay, so most of you probably have got your printed sheets. Okay, HP99. Side River. Looking to perhaps take that profit there. Okay, now once again, you've got other time frames there. Okay, so the 30-minute is hit its minimum target. Okay, so, and this is probably explaining why pound Aussie is finding some resistance. Okay, doesn't mean it's stopped totally going up yet, but what it may need to do is come down and then go back up. Yeah, so
Okay, so that shows the last 3 minutes or 4 minutes of last week's webinar. Okay, where we had price moving up on the 1 hour, but the 30-minute had already reached its blue diamond with a dotted line. Okay, so the 30 minutes gave us an indication, and we could see in the 4 hours is finding some resistance with the trend line and the balance line. Okay, and at that point, I did say that price to go up will need to go down. Okay, because if it can't go up because of resistance, and this is a live market, so your charts is just telling you what the market's doing. Okay, so if it's pausing and retracing, that's what the chart will tell you. Our job is to go and take those alerts and act on the manual exit, because the 30-minute gave us some indication as to why price did stop at that stage. Okay, so you can see after the webinar, it went a little bit higher, and then the 30-minute went down and did all these sorts of movements. Yeah. Now, our stop level, which from the 1 hour was below this channel. Okay, so you can see the price went up, went down, went up, came back down, and then actually moved up. Okay, so if we go back to the hour from the Monday, and the blue vertical line on the hour. Okay, I think it was looking for a take profit up here somewhere. Yeah. Remember the vertical line, where the vertical line gets, if it's a blue vertical line, it's going to the green riverbank. And our stop level is 50 pips for the red channel. Okay, and we're talking about this vertical line here. Yep, from the webinar time. Okay, so that's why it's important that if we do get a signal that price, and we do have 4 charts, and the reason we do that yes, the 1 hour hasn't finished going up, but the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes have actually found and shown us that they were pausing and retracing. Okay, so price action had to do what it had to do, and then when it finished doing that, it was ready to go up. Oh, sorry, 27th. Sorry, here. Okay. So from that Monday night, yeah, I know, Peter. I've just fixed it up. Okay, over here, this is. I'll go back to the thing and we'll have a look. Okay. All right, so you can see the blue vertical line in the H1 last Monday was 4 candles away from the diamond, yeah? Oops, okay, sorry. Okay, so this is the pause video from last week. You can see the blue vertical line. This is what we saw last Monday, and it was a four candles after the red diamond. Okay. Which means here it is, 4 candles after the red diamond. So where I've got the yellow vertical line, is that blue vertical line is still in that spot. Anybody has any questions with regards to that? That vertical line is there, and this is all that transpired after. Okay, so that's why the rules in your PDF for exit is when you get those alerts. So if you didn't get the alert in the H1, you would have got an M30 saying that the blue diamond has got a dotted white line joining the red one. Okay, so and remember that the M30 has the same default of 50 pips or channel as the H1. Okay, so all it's doing is asking us to manually exit the trade, let the market retrace so we don't give back our profit, and in doing that, it gave us an opportunity to re-enter anyway later on. Okay, so that's the whole thing. We can hold on to a trade, and our charts can be giving us more precise information as it unfolds, or we can ignore it, give back profit, and put ourselves in a place where we've made a lot, 30 or 40 or 50 pips profit, saw it go back negative, see it come back up, whereas we could have taken profit, let the market come back the next day or later and be presented more opportunities for re-entry in this time, in the H1 and in the time frames, the other time frames in the multi-chart. Okay, so I did send the screenshots as they unfolded. Okay, so everybody quite happy with what we've gone through. So the rules on the sheet for exit and default and for profit targets, yes, the profit targets are there, but on its way to getting to that profit target, it might take a detour or two. Doesn't mean it's stopped going there, but if we leave our lines, our horizontal lines that we've marked the trade there, then we can keep tabs, and when it does resume its way up there, we can say, okay, you're ready to go back there. Okay, so now that we've finished last week's follow-up, we'll go to today. Okay. Okay, so there we are. But it's good to be able to go and see live examples of when we saw the market as it was, after it all happens, the day after, and then a week after. And because we've taken screenshots, videos, etc., we can actually see, okay, yes, it's repainted, but each time it did give us the opportunity, it did give us the signals to exit, to re-enter, and go in the flow of the trade. Okay, so those instructions are pretty straightforward, and they're there to really assist us to know exactly what the market's telling us. Okay, so all right. So this vertical line here on the M15 there. Now, when we see a vertical line alert come, there's a couple of lines we can put on it straight away, or I would like you to put on straight away. Okay, you can mark, and I'm just going to change the color of this this horizontal line. So you put the mouse on the horizontal line, and you double left click until you get a little white box at the edge on each side. This tells you that that line is active for editing. Okay, so I know there's a couple of new people, and they may be still not quite with how to do that. So now I want to change the color because I want to differentiate from the report lines. Okay, so I'll just use yellow, that way I can, and I'll make it just as thick, so that way I can go and see that these lines are relate with marking. Okay, so if I'm marking out the information provided by the vertical line. Okay, so the vertical line alerts come, it says that this is the special candle that we're looking at. That's what a vertical line does. Okay, it marks out, like you can see all these other candles, they're there, and us to be able to select, oh, is this candle better than that candle, better than this candle? But when you have a vertical line, it says this is the one that the software and template believes is a significant candle. Okay, so that means this is the candle we focus with our potential take profit targets, our default stop levels. Okay, so for this, and that's what it does. Okay, because if you had no lines and no templates and just as candlesticks, then how do you select which one's the important one? Well, that's what the vertical lines are doing. It's saying that it will take responsibility for identifying a candle that you can then look forward to go and have a profitable trade from. Okay, so once it's done that for us, we mark out the open price, and that's the left handle of the candle that the vertical line's marked. Okay, the next point it would like to go to is towards the river it's heading towards. So if it's a sell and it's a red vertical line, it's heading towards a pink riverbank. Okay, so these are 3 lines that we can put on when we get a vertical line. Now, when you get that alert and it's the candle after, that means the one just on the right of that yellow line, it may be criteria met or it may not be. It doesn't matter, because what we've done is measured that, then we're waiting for criteria to met. If it's met, then we go through. The other points, we actually have to go back to the system and our default. Yeah, so the first thing we need to measure for our next horizontal line is the stop level. Okay, so 15-minute chart is 30 pips for the channel. Yep, so 30 pips is up here. 179.895. Okay, so if we ever want to go and check whether, if we want to be like super precise, we can just go, yeah, 179, 895. Okay. And 30 pips down, 179, 298. Okay. Once again, for those that like to get it right down, 298, you can actually type it in and then set it active still. So you don't want to move them accidentally. So put your mouse there and double left click if you've got a mouse, and you'll see the box go away. So now we can't move these lines, okay? Because they're fixed. Okay, so now you can see that the open price, stop level, default take profit, and expected profit target, okay? As a general rule of thumb, the way I've programmed the software is basically identifying a movement that will endeavor to reach the opposite channel, the opposite river bank. Okay, so that's an example you can see over here with this vertical line. Okay, price action endeavors to get there. Okay, let me just put that on silent. So forgot that my phone is on. So that's some of the things you'll notice with these vertical lines, that, oh, why do they always seem to go to the opposite riverbank and a lot of times pass it? It's because of the nature of the way the software is identifying these specific candles for the potential to have enough momentum to actually reach the opposite riverbank. Okay, as you can see here, the blue vertical line. Okay. All right. Now, once we've marked it, we're able to go and translate these prices to other time frames. Okay. We can actually be in that same chart and change the time frames from an M15 to an M5, just to have a look what it looks like. Okay. And you can see the default stop level of the 15-minute, the open price of the 15-minute candle with the vertical line on it, the default take profit, and the expected profit target of the, and this point is where the pink riverbank of the 30-minute is, okay? Because remember, we drew this horizontal line. All right, and on the 5 minutes, where it shifted down, we could see that the greedy line actually went outside the river, suggesting momentum, yeah? So within our multi-chart and how we are able to look at information from one time frame to another time frame, it's very flexible, okay? But all this came from the original vertical line alert, okay? And you can see these vertical lines are now been adapted so that you can answer this vertical line alert to see if its criteria is met without going to a HP99. You can actually remain on the 8-hour report template, yeah? And you can ask the 4 criteria that a vertical line needs, like current high time frame blue diamond, up here. Orange greedy line above dotted yellow or pink center line. Shading, pink shading in windows W2, 3, and 4, at least 2, and W3 must be one of them. Okay, so we can see that this VL, or vertical line, is actually a confirmed vertical line. Right, so, and because this, well, at this stage, we don't know how many times this diamond has jumped, but once that diamond, that red diamond may have appeared, you know, at that point where I've got this drawn this white line, and then price just kept pushing down, and you had a jumping red diamond. Okay, as soon as a red diamond has a white line joining it, it's indicating that we should exit, do a manual exit of the trade. Yep. Okay, so how we manage to extend that is the step after this. The main thing I would like people to focus on is taking advantage of all the information the vertical line is telling you and marking out that information. Okay, once you've marked out that information, then you've got a lot of power in your hands, because information is power, yeah? And you've probably heard in a lot of movies and a lot of newspapers, information is power, but information applied wrongly or not understood is just useless information. So you need to have the right information, and you need to apply it in context and know how to, why it's important. Okay, so yeah, so things like this, a red diamond might have been appearing on the M15, but your M5 showed the greedy line out, so it might have let you stay in it a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm not going to go move too much in this extending profit, but just letting you know this flexibility. And because you would have 4 charts, you'd actually be able to go and see the greedy line in the M5 going out, and that may give you enough sufficient confidence to let your profits run a little bit more. Okay, but the minimum thing is that the chart has said that if you're not aware of how to use advanced profit extension, then the best thing is to do is to manually close the trade when that red diamond occurred with the dotted white line. Okay, because it's smart enough to go and say, okay, things could change very quickly. Here's a good place to take profit. Okay, so generally we don't listen to it, and we haven't got good justification for leaving the trade on. We generally find that we lose that profit. Okay, so let's open it up. And over here, you can see in your multi-chart, the 1 hour, red diamond, dotted white line, diamonds outside the Pink River Bank. Okay, so we'd expect that price action would be wanting to pause and go back up, and if it does still want to go down, then I'll do something like this. Okay, but once you got a red diamond, the white line joining it, and it's outside of the Pink River Bank, it's not really a good time to enter a sell trade. Okay, so it's important that the important thing is to do 8-hour report, and when you do get a vertical line, whether it's confirmed or not, to actually measure it out. Okay, because a confirmation could come 2 or 3 candles or 6 candles later, but the horizontal lines that mark out the potential of that trade and the information provided by the vertical line is confirmed, then this is what price action would like to go to. Okay, and if it needs to go and manually close a trade, I'll let you know by giving you the appropriate visual information to close the trade early. And that's, in our case, is when we get a diamond with a white line joining it, white dotted line joining it. Okay, so that's the way the alert will alert you that should take profit. Okay, we're starting to go and see price, even this current 15-minute candle. You can see blue love handles. Okay, so it might push a little bit down, but what it's trying to do is just try to go sideways or consolidate or come back within the river. Okay, because it is at the extreme at the time being. Okay, so what I've mentioned to a few of the traders over the last week is basically focus at this stage just on the vertical line trades. Okay, the ones on the 8-hour report, because virtually you don't need to go and change the template to assess this red vertical line. You can do it using the chart in front of you. Okay, and measure it all out as I've just done with the yellow lines on the M15. Yeah, wait for confirmation, and once you've marked it out, you can certainly have a look, you know, on the chart that you've marked it out. You can move up and down just to see what it looks like in a higher time frame or a low time frame. Okay, because the vertical line on M15, if it's confirmed, there's the momentum that it wants to go to. Okay, oops, one too many. And that information is translatable across all time frames, because pound Aussie is pound Aussie, and the price will be the same at any one time in all 4 time frames. Okay, you can see in the M30, 178.620, 5 minute 178.620, M15 178, well 620, etc. Okay, so whatever price is in that the pound Aussie has is exactly the same in every time frame, but each time frame has its own river and own size candles, because the candles are dependent on the time section. M5 is the 5-minute candles, M15 is a 15-minute candle. Yeah. Okay, so once again, a vertical line basically gives information that very strong information. Okay, instantly the line tells you if a red vertical line comes, it says that the candle where the vertical red line is, the candle opened in the correct zone. So for sell, we'd expect the open price would open in a sell zone. Okay, sell zones between green riverbank and river centerline. So this, and also for a red vertical line to occur, means that there had to be a high time frame blue diamond. Yep. So as you can see, the vertical line is very precise in what it tells you, and how much stronger the information get once it's confirmed, and confirmation requires all those criteria to be met, like orange greedy line above the dotted yellow or pink center line, and from windows W2, 3, and 4, at least 2 of them need to be pink, and W3 has to be one of those 2 pink shadings. Okay, so pretty straightforward. Once it's confirmed, it gives you and helps you mark out the line that you can base and manage your trade. This is what trade management is: knowing what your safe spot is, where its potential target is, and what signal do you want to see to advise you that you should close manually or exit manually. Okay. So unless that happens, you expect price to hit its default target or its potential profit target or expected profit target. Okay, an expected profit target for a vertical line would be where it crosses the opposite riverbank. Okay, so if there's no more questions, I'd like to probably leave it at that, because I don't want to make it too long, that you have, for those that do watch it, the recording, to get to be lost in information that I'm putting across. Okay, so we've reviewed last week's 1 hour question that Peter had on Pound Aussie. And we've finished off this red vertical line here and what it told us. Okay, so I will be sending I'm in the process of just tweaking the charts to reinforce these vertical lines. Okay, so your criteria is still the same, but what we're looking for is if I can be more specific with that information that I do make it available. Okay, so enjoy this week of trading, and once again, what I would like people to focus on is 8-hour report lines. Okay, because having the 8-hour report lines and then marking out these horizontal lines, a lot of times you'll find them falling on top of one of those report lines, which make you feel even doubly confident that price action actually is going to hit it. Okay, so I didn't do that today because I knew I had a lot of information to get through, but you'll have seen in the last couple of webinars that doing the 8-hour report and the information it gives is very important, and tied together with the vertical line alert and confirmation, you'll find that your trading will get very specific. And I would like you to keep away from HP99 so that you only use the one template, so that you're not having to go and switch your mind from this to that. The HP99, all it does is basically find how to give you additional information about that there's a potential profit target extension. Okay, but that red vertical line would have been an HP99 as well as an 8-hour report. Okay, same vertical line. So to make it easier, we just focus on a one chart. We'll find that we don't have to change it too often. So I'll say good night for now, and look forward to any questions posted on WhatsApp to answer it. So please do use the Born to Live free to go and ask any questions or post any screenshots, so everybody can get the benefit of that, the answer. Okay, thank you. Have a great week, and I'll pick it up next week. Okay, so if there's anything you want me to cover prior to the webinar, just let me know. Have a great week, guys. Thank you.